Alrighty, everyone. About to start a tiebreaker between Oversoul and White Lotus. And we're getting into draft right now. Yep, Say Sorry and Super Feast. And we have Jinx, Syndra. Wow, these are like populating very quickly. Okay. Classic Jinx first pick. Very nice, very nice. Two hyper scaling champs. Wonder if potentially that could be a Syndra support. That'd be cool. I'd like to see it. Okay. Little poke, little shielding and healing. Oh yeah. I feel like Seraphine is pretty good with in any bot lane matchup, I think.
Give me a second.
Oh, I am apparently talking to myself.
There we go. I've been talking this whole time. I'm sorry. Thank you for pointing that out, Velos.
Nice, very nice.
Okay, so it is Braum support.
Okay. Not Syndra support. Darn. Kled ban coming out.
Could have had a cool pick.
Okay, so they're just gonna do two top bans here. Pretty standard draft here, except for the Syndra first pick blind. Interesting. I think they wanted to see what the support was.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they could be thinking for this next ban. Maybe a jungler and a top of potential Poppy flex pick. I feel like either team could really use like a Malphite here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything happened really fast, and now they're taking their time. Okay, Zac, man. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Jungle and top bans. Okay, Mordekaiser top.
Seen it in the jungle a little bit too. Potentially could be a Mordekaiser jungle. But I don't know if people are running that anymore. It was really good for a while. Velos, are you playing or coaching? Renekton?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Renekton. The Renekton into Mordekaiser is interesting because, you know, you play that Renekton correctly, and Mordekaiser just his W is just useless.
The shield break, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that can be a potential, you know, point of win basically.
Yeah.
In that top lane. Okay, Diana jungle. Okay.
Solid picks, I think, for Oversoul. There, I like both drafts.
The Seraphine Victor is kind of crazy too. Actually, now that I think about it, because Victor gets to the point where all of his abilities slow, and anyone hit by a slow who's hit by the Seraphine E gets rooted. So that could be a pretty scary combo there too. And Wukong in the jungle to finish their draft off. Okay.
Doesn't Brahm's shield block Seraphine Ult? I think it does.
Probably. I mean, I would assume it's coded as a projectile.
Yeah. So that could also be... It's a pretty good counter pick there if they can stop the engage.
You can eat a Jinx rocket. I mean, dude, you could probably even block a Diana Q and just ruin her engage.
Yeah. I really like the Wukong pickup too, to like take out the Jinx, and then the Mordekaiser take out the Jinx. The Jinx needs to like really space well and wait for the fights kind of to go on for a while. Play that correctly. Okay. What do you think? Which comp do you think you like better here?
It's hard to say because I can definitely see like the Braum, the Braum stunning and slowing everyone, the Wukong, like the Mordekaiser pulling someone in Death Realm, Wukong jumping on everyone else. But then also on the side of OBS, it's like they have, Renekton who can counter Mordekaiser and get ahead early if played well. And then like the Seraphine Victor combo and late game Jinx, can be quite the menace. So it's hard to say. I think it's purely
skill matchup.
Yeah, it's based on what the teams do, because I feel like if Ovius plays for the peel, they could come out on top in those team fights, and like not give Mordekaiser a good like Death Realm target, and not group up for like Braum and Wukong's ults.
Yeah, I think I think that this Diana and this Renekton are gonna be able to get to the back line of White Lotus easily, and just be a complete nuisance in the fights. And then if Jinx gets her resets, now if Wukong, I think both teams are kind of looking to do the same thing, where they really want to get to the back line, but they both kind of are like front to back as well with the ADCs and the ultimate, like the Braum engage, the Seraphine engage. So
yeah,
whoever's there first, or whoever can like death bush correctly, I think it's gonna be just like a tempo matchup, like a vision game. Both teams seem pretty
I agree. I don't see, like, I don't have any favorites here. It just feels purely like like whoever just plays,
whoever can scale
better.
harder.
Yeah. So
interesting.
It'll be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of an advantage with the Wukong, or like a little bit earlier ganks. Kind of get their laners ahead, but yeah, because I think Diana wants to farm a little bit more than Wukong. So
right, yeah.
Alrighty, well, I guess we'll call it there and go to break, and then be back shortly for the game.
All right. And we're live.
Hey, look at that. It has our Discord icons in there.
Yep. Yeah, that's a fun little thing that I added somewhat recently. It's nice because then I don't have to like put in someone's name if they're just joining or filling in or leaving or whatever. It just does it automatically.
Yeah, and it even highlights like when we're talking. That's really
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really get a good text size where it doesn't do what it's doing currently. Because everyone has different lengths of names, and if I make it too small, then it's illegible. Although I can maybe make it a little smaller.
Wider and maybe like stacked. I don't know.
If I do, okay, 64 isn't enough. 63, that worked enough for me.
Ooh.
62, 61, 60. There we go.
Hey. It's getting a little late for them to be all stacked up in there. I think
Okay.
bot lane is gonna miss
Oh yeah, where is?
Braum. I think Braum is sitting right
Yeah,
with Kate.
they're on their way down, but the minions are already there.
Well, they're gonna lose their push if they wanted to push, which Caitlyn usually does.
Yeah, they do have the range at least to recover it a little bit. Hit the minions without being in range of them.
I wonder if they even missed any minions.
Yeah, we'll see. A
It's like
little bit of
Hestika's off
fighting.
to getting a little
Yeah,
chunked, but he traded back nicely to even
yeah.
out the.
You got the Conqueror proc, which I believe heals when you get that off. So I got a little bit of health back from that.
Oh, interesting. They're both running Conqueror.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh wow.
okay.
And the junglers are also running Conqueror. Okay, Zap Zap going in, level 2 trade bot. Very nice, very nice.
Victor poking as you do on Victor.
Looks like Oversoul know how to do some of these early trades pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Caitlyn, you want to be trying to cue the wave and getting the poke down with the minions.
Mm-hmm.
But
They
arriving to lane late like that makes it a little rough.
Yeah. ADCs
Nice gank
are
attempt.
even, so they did not end up missing anything. Diana missing her Q, but
Yuji just popped in to say hello to Diana and
course.
walked away.
Yep. Oh, some nice trades going on mid here.
Everyone's getting a little chunked out.
Mm-hmm. Even though Wukong came into Diana's area, it seems like they're on relatively a similar timing. Wukong just one camp behind.
Slightly behind, yeah. Ooh, Brahma had to expend Flash to get out there, but looks like First Blood's
Oh,
going to go over to Kate, and then Seraphine's going to take over and get the kill on the Caitlyn. So 1-for-1 trade, bot lane. One kill going off to Caitlyn. The other, oh, and now we have Wukong going in on to Kappa Crusader. Crusader, can he get out of here? He's got to expend Flash, and looks like he's just barely going to be able to get out of there alive. Electric is looking to get a little bit poked down on the Braum. And he might be overextending his welcome, but he's just going to walk away after Braum misses his Q. And now we're having a little bit more of a trade here mid. Not too much there, just a little bit more poke from the Syndra.
Victor getting low on mana.
Yeah, they're going to have the... I think Victor's just going to push and potentially look for it back here. Renekton is going to get the solo bolo on Hestika, and I think he's... Oh, no, he extended, and he's just going to get...
He's fine.
I thought he was going to get one more. Yeah, I thought he was going to get one more tower
Oh.
shot, but he ends up with his life intact there. Both extremely low. Minions on the side of Mordekaiser. I think Mordekaiser's just going to lift. Oh.
Oh.
And it's a 1-for-1 top lane.
Yeah, the top lane experience. Let's go. Just fighting both until both of you die. Oh, but Mordekaiser
I
spawning
think.
first and teleporting.
Yeah.
Renekton matching.
I think that was. Yeah, I think that both of them needed to there
Yeah.
to match each other at least.
Yeah, I mean you're 5 minutes in. You don't want to be wasting minions.
With the wave was kind of on Mordekaiser's side, but Renekton could have TP'd and just pushed it in really quick.
Yep.
It looks like pretty even matchup item-wise. This Mordekaiser's really putting in work on. Oh
Yep.
my
Yep.
God, Feet of Warfare going over to White Lotus there, and it looks
Yeah.
like a free dragon as well. Really, really huge moves there for White Lotus.
Absolutely.
And Mordekaiser's just accelerated his top lane. And we have Diana creeping up behind Mordekaiser, looking to potentially try to do something, but is going to have to wait a second. He's caught on vision here. I think Diana might be dead here, unless Renekton can get here on time. Okay. Yeah, you just have to back off. Not going to really be able to do much to Mordekaiser there.
Yeah, a little bit of a Larry set. Renekton needs to try to get 6.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is just going to be. I guess he got a moat on his way back, but yeah, he needs level 6 bad.
Yeah.
Renekton's just going to bully him out of the lane.
Absolutely.
Yep. And now he's up another level on Renekton, and his ulti is actually halfway up already. It looks like Renekton's just probably going to die here. He's going to get, I mean,
Yeah.
EQ'd. You have to back, I think.
An E might even do it at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
There's not really much that you can do.
You have to suck it up and just leave. You can't, like, when you're that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And Mordekaiser's literally 20 CS up and 2 kills. Top lane might be cooked here.
That's possible.
Looks like not much happening bot. Caitlyn has a little bit of the gold lead due to a couple CS and that kill.
Right.
But that doesn't really mean much. Pretty even matchup looking mid. I don't see summoners. Everyone has flash on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah. Everyone either has ult up or does not have it unlocked yet.
Bot lane should be getting level 6 here soon.
Renekton is also 6, so he has some fighting potential, especially with a longsword and pickaxe. But Mordekaiser has completed his rallies, so that does make him quite the threat. Renekton needs to be careful not to allow him to pop his passive, or else he's just gonna be able to walk at him and kill him.
Okay, we have level 6s down here bot. And Rift Herald is up currently. I'm sorry. Is that grubs, or I think grubs are up. The first grubs. Yes. There's only one set of grubs. Diana's making her way down. We have Mordekaiser and Wukong collapsing. I don't think there's much of a play top for Diana here. I'm not sure. And this little bit of poke coming down onto the Braum, like they're trying to poke but not getting a lot of damage, and Braum's just posturing aggressively. They're gonna have another wave. I think they clear this wave and back to reset bot.
More than likely. Oh.
Victor trying to make a move onto
Victor needs to move his R.
Syndra. Somebody dies. Yep.
Okay. They both do. All right. Or deja vu in the mid lane.
This is the game of we're just suiciding.
Game of trades. Now,
someone check Renekton's PayPal. Oh no!
I would say this bot lane.
He's out.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So Braum did block the Seraphine's ult. He himself does still get charmed, but he does block it.
Oh, that's nice. And then he could probably just hop right back to his minions or his. I don't know if he can jump to a minion, but I think he could definitely jump to Caitlyn.
Yeah.
You know,
now at this point, since Seraphine has ulted, I feel like the bot lane is very much in the Caitlyn and Braum's favor in terms of what's the word?
We have Renekton in the
I see
Death
that.
Realm.
Oh,
However, the back... Okay, so Renekton just dies again. However, Caitlyn... Okay, so Jinx and Seraphine are resetting while Wukong's in the bottom jungle. The waves just pushed out, so they're not going to... Like, I feel like they could dive, potentially here.
yeah. I mean, they're
Uh,
Caitlyn just pinged Jinx alive. They may be wanting to get something.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That they have more effective ultimates. Because Jinx's rocket doesn't do too much like close range, and Caitlyn R and Braum R are just like, can completely just shut them down if they're trying to
Interesting.
fight.
Interesting that this Caitlyn's doing the Yuntao build. Uh, both ADCs are looking to build Yuntao here. Um, Soren very low, playing a dangerous game mid. It looks like the Dragon's going to be free again. White Lotus is really on their timers here. Uh, Victor can't really... You can't really go in there.
No.
They need to be... yeah, they
Oh.
just need to get priority in these lanes if they want to try to go for an objective.
He almost got the stun off on the Mordekaiser in time.
This game's really starting to move in the favor of White Lotus here. 2 dragons, 3 grubs, all 3 grubs.
Yeah.
And a 1,500 gold lead.
And as Moby pointed out, Braum can also jump to minions.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, Soren, maybe the solo. Yep.
Wow.
Really nice for the Syndra here. We have a glimmer. Oh, jeez. I was going to say a glimmer of hope, but I'm looking at the wrong team. That is White Lotus again extending their lead. And the Braum engage. We have Kappa getting one mid lane. And we go back down to bot lane, but we don't have a minion wave. Guys, that's not how we dive. We need the minions.
A bit overexcited down there.
Yeah. And Seraphine's looking to back. I think that Seraphine and Jinx should be pushing this wave. Potentially, I mean, I don't think they know that the enemy bot lane left, but Renekton's just gonna die under tower here. I'm pretty sure.
I've been there.
Oh,
I've been there as Renekton.
it feels bad. I don't really play too much top lane, but when I do, that's usually how it looks.
Yeah. It is a bit of an unfortunate lane sometimes. Both ADCs have completed their first item.
Okay. I think Yuntao is much better on Jinx than it is Caitlyn. But it is a new patch, and some of the other Caitlyn builds are kind of in a weird spot. So I'm interested to see if that's kind of the move, is to really just scale into your third item and just try to play it a little bit safer. But
yeah,
we have a little bit of a skirmish happening here on blue side. Blue's blue side.
They just back off. Both mid laners are doing a lot of damage.
That funny mage damage.
Yeah.
Caitlyn's alone down here.
Yeah.
So
she's just gonna have to
maybe
farm under
Jinx
tower.
and Seraphine can make something happen here. Both their ults are... Seraphine's ult is almost up.
That's true, and Braum isn't there to block it.
Yep.
Although Seraphine is just walking mid, so I don't think that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe they wanted to try to get some vision on the Syndra in case she tries to roam, or was thinking potentially about walking towards the Rift Herald. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm sure they have their reasons.
Yeah. Okay. Victor.
Okay. Victor getting jumped on.
Yeah, Victor's just dead here. Seraphine that could be it potentially there.
Oh. The Diana
really
jumped
nice
in.
Diana
Oh,
ult
the
into the
double.
Seraphine. Yeah, this is really what they need here. But the Braum ult disengage, really nice.
Yeah.
To get their remaining members out there.
They did pick the Renekton into Mordekaiser, yes.
Yes. Mordekaiser was R4, while Renekton was B4. So it was up. And
And there he
Kestaca is
goes.
unstoppable. I think Renekton really just wants to get out of this lane now. And can Kappa really make a play here? I
Almost.
think Kappa's done.
Oh.
Yeah, really nice try to catch out the Braum here, but this Mordekaiser is super scary.
Yeah.
I think that's GG, guys. But we'll see what they could cook up. I mean, let's see. The Croc isn't one of them. So many things I would pick into more. Yeah.
Yep. What would you pick, Pizza?
Interesting. Yeah, I thought Renekton was decent into him.
The thing is, Renekton is like a skill matchup. There are just other options that are just you don't need skill. You know, it's just a better matchup.
The non-skill matchup.
Yeah, I'm curious, because nothing's coming immediately to mind as to what would be like a better one.
I think this is blue really needs to try to get to this dragon. White Lotus is Kappa with a beautiful ulti there. Seraphine ult whiffing a little bit, but they end up getting the Syndra off the top of this fight. And can they look for more? They're gonna get trapped there. The Jinx is getting trapped, and they're gonna look to start Dragon to try to prevent Dragon stacking here. Can Caitlyn and Braum and Wukong fight 3v4? Mordekaiser could also TP in here. But it looks like they're just going to try to get something off the tail end here. But yeah, Mordekaiser's a little late, but again, maybe they can pick off Diana, but it looks like she's going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah.
So just kind of a nothing burger. Oasis is able to secure their first dragon. Moby says he'd probably take Yorick.
I agree. 100%. If you're constantly healing yourself and throwing your little minions at him, like, yeah, he has sustain, but it's only so much. And if you just keep your range, and also with Yorick, you can punish him when he does get close. Yeah, I agree. I would like the Yorick pick. Here, I can check and see.
You check the matchups.
Yeah, Yorick.
No, I wasn't gonna dropped mid.
I wasn't gonna check the matchups. I was just gonna check the bans, and Yorick was free.
I think Kestaca might potentially have bit off more than he can chew here. We do have red converging mid, and Soren Noel's going to go down to Renekton. Big, huge fight here. A-ramming mid, 4v4. I don't think we're going to see any kills, but just massive fighting for both teams, while Renekton is probably going to secure tier 1 top. A lot of gold going back over to Oasis. Not sure exactly what's going on mid, but it looks like both teams are just going to kind of go back to their lane assignments here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mordekaiser should be heading either top or bottom here. I'm not really sure. I think they're just trying to really push for mid tier 1. It's also 2v1 in the Death Realm if you save R.
With Yorick, yeah.
Okay. Never mind. My bad. I take it back. Netties.
Okay. He said
my Ornn is bad.
Yeah,
Renekton is worse. With the amount of wave clear this Jinx is putting up, I think they're gonna try to dive. They might dive on this next wave. Wukong's creeping in the bush here, although actually he's turning his attention to Renekton. Just getting caught out, kind of. But he's going to be able to get out of there. And Soren getting caught in all Victor's traps, taking a lot of damage, but Victor had to expend his ultimate there. while Syndra had to flash out. And do they end up getting the turret? It's one auto away. They do get the turret. We have Diana coming in here, and Wukong just diving into the back line, getting the Jinx. Kappa expending the ult, huge, massive ult, but goes down in that fight. And Caitlyn's trying to take the Renekton down. Renekton's diving onto the Caitlyn and the Braum, but Renekton's just not going to be able to get enough damage. Victor's trying to get a little PC action on the tail end, gets the Syndra, comes in, got this stun onto the Braum. The Braum's going to get out, flash out. Caitlyn's out. Wow. What was that? Two for two, 3 for 2 in the mid lane there.
That was
Off the tail end of the
action.
yeah.
Oh, here comes the rocket. Oh, they dodged it.
Nice dodge for Caitlyn on the rocket there. Their White Lotus tier 1 mid still standing.
Caitlyn typed, please no.
Stray rockets, you always have to watch out for when you're playing against Jinx.
Yeah. The Origin
we're
Blue
gonna
passing
be
by.
What was that?
The Origin Blue passing by.
Yeah. Maybe this Renekton plays more comfort next game.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I wonder if it was a reactive pick, like thinking that that was the correct pick against it, or if it was a thing. Yeah. Moby's.
Otacon started here, but I think that's just top lane though. Sometimes, I mean, if you get killed early like that, you really need to try to sometimes fight your way out of it, and then if you just go down again, it just like becomes so snowbally. I don't know if necessarily, it was anything that he did wrong except for not playing safer after the first death or two.
Yeah.
Sucks to play under turret and whatnot, but he's doing a really good job here of getting a lot of farm, getting these towers. I mean, Oversoul's really just kind of doing like a 4-1. White Lotus isn't really doing much on their bot lane here. They're really
Right.
just like opting to take these four-man fights mid. Seraphine ult gets eaten up by Braum. Kind of a failed engage there, and it looks like I don't think there's any way Oversoul is going to be able to get into this dragon pit without a lot of deaths.
I mean,
Mordekaiser needs to TP in. Yeah, it is. It would be a 5v4, but I think they're just opting really. Okay, Renekton's just going to get caught out here. They wanted to push for tier 1 mid, but that's not happening. And then Victor almost gets caught out into the Death Realm. Kappa with a huge, massive ult, but he's by himself, just gets taken out. Hestika's getting taken out, and it looks like we're at a really even fight stage right here. We have Jinx. Does Jinx ult? Jinx ult is not up to catch out the Braum here. I don't know if it would take out the Braum anyway.
Caitlyn ult is up, though. They gotta be careful about that.
Are they gonna look for a little bit more? It looks like Wukong's gonna look for a little bit more. Jinx, can you get out of there? I'm not sure. And we have Caitlyn R that's going to hit Ace in the hole. Going to hit Seraphine's hole. And looks like White Lotus is going to try maybe to get this tier 2, get a little bit more poke down. Or they're just going to back off.
All right.
We have a Baron coming up in about 40 seconds. So good time to spend gold, push out some waves, and set up some vision for that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the vision line White Lotus has. They have this, like, rhomboid figure around the mid lane. They have, it's really, and then you don't really see too much for Oversoul. They don't really have a lot of vision.
Yeah.
They have a little bit around the dragon there.
Yeah. And they got a far sight. Just kind of out in the open.
Oh, where's the far side at?
Above Seraphine.
Oh, okay. Checking for that Wukong flank.
Yep.
I think Oversoul really needs to try to push this tier 1 mid. They just can't They're just getting suffocated.
Yeah.
I mean, the gold isn't really even that bad. It's the it's dragon stacking, yeah, and just this nasty Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
Seraphine, no, Seraphine
She gets
can
out?
get out.
Wow. Yeah, I like what the Renekton's doing right now. It is
Yeah,
it is the best idea.
and he has TP up, but yeah, he needs to catch up.
I feel like he's more
And
useful hitting a tower bot lane than being in a fight right now.
he doesn't have 2 items yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Mordekaiser's like knocking on the door of 3 items, looks like. So, but I honestly, can you toggle the gold? Because I bet they're not too far apart now. Kappa going
we go.
in, not is able to secure a pick there. Seraphine with the E. Yep. Okay, Mordekaiser is about 2K gold ahead of Renekton. Soren splash damage, doing really strong work on all of the blue team. Zap coming through on Soren, and it looks like White Lotus is going to have to back and lick some of their wounds there. This would be a perfect opportunity for Oversoul to push this tier 1, but only Jinx is going to stay for the wave. Oh, okay, Victor, they're all deciding to not back. I think they're seeing that they have potential here. The Jinx rocket is going to fly a little bit to the left. And now she's going to opt to back. Both teams now really realizing, hey, we have Baron coming up. And Renekton's going back to push out this top wave to try to make potentially something happen here.
It is White Lotus Dragon Point too, or Soul Point rather.
Right, yeah. They don't really need to do anything. They just need to, keep suffocating them, and there's that looming threat. Are we going to take Baron? Are we going to take Dragon?
Exactly. And they could just go Baron if they think that Oversoul is going to try for that Dragon too.
Yeah.
Because Oversoul doesn't really have a choice. They kind of have to let them get Baron if they are going for that, or else risk the Dragon. The question is, would they use
I think
the Baron
that
properly?
I think you say screw the soul, and Oversoul just goes for Baron. Jinx gets caught out here, but Caitlyn so both ADs get caught and destroyed. Typical. Soren is going to get caught out and killed here, and I
Okay.
think that means that
They're going to Dragon.
Oasis is gonna, yeah, they're gonna be able to get this dragon off of that play most likely. You just, yeah, I mean, with how strong Mordekaiser and Wukong, well, actually, Wukong's not even as strong as the Diana, but as strong as the Mordekaiser is, they might be able to fight this.
Top lane tower just got taken by minions.
Okay. Now, do they get the gold for that? I don't remember. I don't think you get the gold if the minions take it out,
No. Also,
which kind of sucks.
I don't think there was a bounty on it either, or anything like that. So they definitely don't get anything.
Interestingly, after
Although
those
maybe they
plays,
do.
the game is looking very much alive and even. So looks like Oversoul really has been able to scratch and claw their way back, and they're just like able to. I think if they're able to get this, keep up the pressure and get this mid wave, get this mid tier 1, we'd be in good shape. Looks like Victor could potentially be getting caught out again, though. We'll see.
He did get
Braum
hit by Braum.
Q.
Ah, okay,
Yep,
he did get a good spot.
they're kind of scared though of this Diana, I think.
I would be too.
Yeah,
The amount of times
Diana's
that
looking
she's
pretty
just
scary.
flown in and like gotten like a multi-person ult. I'd be scared.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just need to have Mordekaiser take her into the death realm, honestly.
Out of everyone on their team, I would say yeah. I would say that Diana's probably the best one.
Either that, like, kind of what they're doing, where they're like doing the dance. They're pushing out the waves, and Mordekaiser's getting stronger in the bot wave, kind of like an existential threat. As long as they can zone out the ulti threat from the Diana, um, they should be in good shape, and they just like keep applying pressure around the map.
Mm-hmm.
I think one good pick for either side could really be the deciding factor here, because I think it's going to be a Baron and like end game type of thing happening here.
Absolutely.
White Lotus is really playing towards this bush, this like right next to the side of mid lane, but yeah. Oversoul really needs to get this tier 1. They it I keep saying it, but I don't think they understand how important that would be right now. And Renekton is gonna go down to Mordekaiser. That could be the signal for either team to really go in here.
Yeah. Like, because Mordekaiser's a huge threat down there now. They have to back off. That gives a lot of space for White Lotus to, well, take space, and then the Baron's now, right there.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just back off and go to Baron. Victor is going to attempt to push Mordekaiser off.
Now they could fake it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna see Mordekaiser flying by, so
Yeah.
so they know what's
now they
going
have the
on.
numbers advantage.
Now, do they leave it, or do they go for it? Well, it looks like Jinx might be getting focused here. Yep, there goes
and
Jinx.
that ult wasn't really there. Diana.
Diana's gone too.
Yeah,
I think that's just a
that's
Baron
rough.
play now. Like you just go
Baron into end. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to push into a Victor. I would much rather just go take Baron.
Right. Just clear the wave and then yeah. Rough. Jinx was like doing pretty much everything right, but they just didn't have any vision of that flank angle. Yeah, it's tough.
And like the Jinx was genuinely difficult to kill too. Like she was getting a lot of good support. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're an ADC. If you get jumped on,
Oh yeah.
I don't really think it matters.
No.
How fed you are. It could be a 0-9 Wukong jungle, and it's over.
Yep. Yeah, because it wasn't the Wukong that killed her. It was the Wukong ult.
I don't think she had sums either.
She barriered, I think.
Did she barrier? Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
rough.
she got some healing and some shielding and some this, that, and the other. But like I think she took both the Wukong spin knockups and then I think maybe even Braum's ult as well, or maybe Braum's like stun at the very least. It was a lot of CC on her.
Oh, this is Soul. Is Kappa just gonna try to jump in and steal at this point?
Close, but
Nice
they do take
try.
Soul.
Yeah.
So now they have Soul and Baron. Yeah, they just want to go mid. Oh.
Ooh.
Good flash.
Nice flash. Flash engage. Victor does a lot of damage, but that's not gonna matter in
Not
this
to Wukong.
circumstance.
Not to Wukong with Merc. You are not stopping that train.
Yeah, really nice flash engage. And now just the classic 4-1 with the Baron. Baron push here. Mordekaiser's looking for inhibitor. Surely this is likely the end. Maybe one more crazy fight potential. Unfortunate Jinx going down, wasn't far back enough. Renekton's trying to make something happen. They're just gonna run away. Huge, massive ulti. Just the damage isn't there anymore. Yeah, this is game.
You
This is
know,
game for sure.
I mean, Victor dying there, I think, was like
Yeah.
huge for them because, as I said before, I don't want to push into a Victor if I can help it. Him
Ooh.
dying, that was like
Well,
the exact
that's
moment that they could go.
White Lotus Azalea is, I guess, the winner of this part of the tiebreaker, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have another one coming up. Who we play next?
Coachless Tyranny versus White
Coachless.
Lotus.
Okay. Alrighty
So
then.
we'll go to a quick intermission while we get that game set up, but it will be back as soon
As soon
we
as the
can get
teams are
it up.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All
All right.
right.
Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back.
There's one damn side about living in the center of the UK. It's the highest rate of radiation on this tiny, pitiful rock. And the fact they never tell you that when your hair starts to fall out, radiation poisoning, it's a secret within you. They never tell you that in the back door.
Now, it will be just a moment, but everyone's they are ready for it, so.
Okay. Oh.
Yep.
Are we live? We are live?
Yep.
Okay.
And it is going. Okay, cool.
Love the Nefiri band. And we're back to the bands.
Okay, we're rapid firing them again.
Let's go. We know what we don't want to see. These teams have been planning for this, as the tiebreaker will decide many things. Diego, Volley, and do we see Jarvan? Just all jungle bands. The most OP role in the game.
White Lotus taking the Jinx this time. Potentially. It's hovered. Yep. And how is Coachless Tyranny going to respond here? I wonder. Nefiri is top ban. Winner of this is the #1 seed. And Misfortune. Potentially the two most OP ADCs currently. I mean, there is like Lucian and Tristana are considered amongst the best as well. I hope RW picks the Urgot. Want to see why it should be banned. Misfortune Braum. Okay.
I like it.
Bros did not ban the Urgot. Apparently that is a huge no-no. Maybe they want to ego it. They want to ego into the match. MF Urgot? I don't.
Maybe.
Okay.
Amumu, okay.
Yep, love it. Mumu's has been really good for quite some time, potentially all of time. Hot take, better to be the second seed than the first seed means you dodge TD AIE until finals. I'm sorry guys, I forget all the teams' names a lot. Shush, says Raining Wolves. And there is the Urgot.
Yeah, AIE is all in esports.
Okay.
I can't remember. I'm blanking with the TD.
TD Phoenix? I don't know.
Yep.
Is that it?
Phoenix, yep.
Okay. Mumu takeaway, okay.
So they took the Amumu from Coachless. Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
But we do get to see the Urgot.
I mean, what counters Urgot? I mean, they at least they have a free counter on blue side. They don't even care.
What would counter Urgot?
I don't know. I'm not a top lane dude. The only top laner I play is Vayne.
Honestly,
I'm a dirty ADC main.
Vayne actually probably would be an Urgot counter.
Probably. I would be happy to play it. Oh shit. They played BTB back to back, yeah.
Back, yep. I mean, it is only a game each, so.
Raining
Wolves
wants to smoke. Now, is Raining Wolves the top laner of White Lotus?
No, CT.
Oh, he wants to smoke as in with the Urgot. Oh, he wants to, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I want the smoke too, man.
I want to see the smoke.
Ward. He wants to smoke, but he saw that Mordekaiser last game.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it would be kind of a fist fight, but I think Mordekaiser could also have a little bit of success against Urgot.
Fiora, maybe.
True. Oh yeah, parry the flip.
Okay, Xin Zhao. I think that's a weird pick here, but it's still very strong jungler. Strong early jungler for sure.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Oh,
They
he's
did ban Ward.
I think he's like really good into like
Set.
Leo and Amumu. Yeah, set. Okay.
Urgot
Lucy
flips him,
mid
he
here.
ults him.
Mord's not a fun matchup
Yeah.
in Urgot. Apparently.
Yeah, just because Urgot's relatively immobile. His mobility spell is also kind of like a delayed movement as well, so you can very easily get caught by those E's and just your fat ass get pinched in the shadow room and get bugged.
Just get like stuck behind some shit in the shadow realm.
Uh,
Ooh, Lux mid.
okay.
That's what I play mid because I don't really play anything.
And then
Mid.
CT gets to counter pick that if they want.
Does Lux even have counters? Maybe like a Kali. I don't know. Yeah, probably like an
Assassins.
assassin. Yeah, like an Echo, a Kali. Okay.
That works.
Yeah, Malzahar. It's just like a.
He technically
Yeah.
can just face tank her Q.
True.
So she'd have to play around his. Yeah, basically force her to play around his spell shield is nice. Yeah, bit of a skill matchup, but when I see a Lux, I like playing Talon. Just because it's like, you know, dodge her Q, and then she's dead. You know. But
Yeah,
I
Lux
do.
doesn't do well into that.
Yeah, but I
That's
do
for
think that, or hell, even with her Q, but I do think that a mage pick into Lux is just as good.
Yeah. I definitely think Malzahar was one of the best picks they could have taken for a mage just because of the spell shield. Maybe even like Mel would have been really good too. Like
True.
reflect all of her shit back at her. Yeah, Mel's the Mel champion, man. That shit's crazy. Damn. Okay. I mean, I'm hearing this Urgot is super scary, but I like White Lotus's draft better here, just because they have such an easy setup, and with the Moo, the Leona, Lux Q's, massive wave clear, and then Set can easily just run up to Misfortune and separate her from the fight. So yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Big Misfortune alt opportunities, though.
Absolutely.
You take out Jinx and Lux, there's
Yeah.
not much they can do.
Yeah, and like Malzahar being able to ult someone, and then Misfortune,
Right.
and just Misfortune ulting onto them.
Yeah, Malzahar alt into the Misfortune alt.
But in the same vein, you also have Amumu and Leona jumping into them and doing like AoE stuns, with like, you know, Lux ults and you know, Jinx and Set, you know, all of them. Like, it can. There's a lot of like lockdown and just annihilate a single target from both these teams.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna see another crazy top lane thing going on here. Somebody's gonna be running it down top lane.
Yeah, Set versus Urgot, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because Urgot's auto range, it's long, but I think it's short enough to where it's scary into Set.
I wonder if this Urgot does like the call tech. Do you know about the call tech?
I didn't know there was a tech. What is it?
Yeah, so you buy call on Urgot, and because his autos are like super fast, he regens a fuck ton of health.
Oh, because it gives you life on hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Yeah. I've never really seen it, but they had it on a skill cap video, so maybe this Raining Wolves will do the call tech. I want to see if it's real.
Yeah. The only thing is though with the Cole, I mean, I do think that Cole's a good item on Urgot anyway. But the thing is, against Set, I feel like you're either gonna be like full health or like
He said
low
it sounds
health.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It looked pretty goated in that video. You just buy call. That's the tech.
You guys are ops.
I
mean,
like call. I think call's a really good item.
I mean, Doran's just has lifesteal on it anyway.
Well, buy both. I mean, like I've been doing that a lot recently. Where if I have like an awkward back, I don't have I don't have enough for the BF sword. I'll just buy the call. Puts you behind, yeah, but it's it's economy. Just get that CS. You gotta have the good CS, and then it pays off. Going shield just to spite you guys. Okay, dude, buy the call. Try the call out on your first back. Just push 3 waves, back for the call. Maybe get a plate. Buy
Get
the call.
Doran's ring. Max Q.
IE on first
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Okay.
The crit got.
I bet Crit God goes hard, man. What does he usually buy?
Bruiser.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't play Bruiser.
Like Black Cleaver.
Stare-
I think you
okay.
can. Sterix.
Like
I think
Sterix.
Sterix is an option for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with what he picks.
I feel like he probably does well with like Zeal items. Potentially.
You're cooking too hard.
I'm over here cooking, guys. I have a crazy misfortune cook that I want to try. So listen to this. Buy Umbral first.
Uh-huh.
Think about it. Okay, Umbral. And what else? Hubris. Umbral, Hubris, Misfortune.
Okay.
Okay. And then you go into Axiom Arc for those ultimates, right? Velos loves this.
Uh-huh. Right.
Axiom Arc into Sheraldos, into Bloodthirster.
I think if you swapped the order of some of those items, it may be a little better, but...
Well, listen. Here's the thing. Umbral Glaive is 2,500 gold, and it has basically the same stats as, like, Collector, minus the crit. So if you're going to commit to, like, a non-crit build, and then Hubris, 3,000 gold, right? So, and you have Cashback, you have First Strike.
But then you get Axiom and Bloodthirster, which are crit
It's
items,
just
aren't
like-
they?
Dude, it's like super tempo, super goal. Like, let's just get our items and just like snowball really fast. And then also, and then you just like throw your ults out to get your hubris. Like you get assists and whatnot, and then your hubris gets really strong. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'll get whenever I rank out.
Right,
You guys can thank me for the tech.
right. Let me know how that goes. And on that note,
Anyway. Yep.
intermission time.
I was just about to say, let's get the fuck out of here. We'll see y'all in like probably 2 or 3 minutes now.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
peace. Alrighty. All right. I believe we are live. I can hear myself. Yep. Okay. So Super Feast is going to put some food in the toaster oven, so it's just say sorry time. Now, what's going on here, Blue Team? What are we doing? Are we stacking up again? They're looking for that cheeky early ward there. We have all 5 members sitting behind red buff, while Coachless Tyranny wants to try to invade blue side, gets their ward out. I wonder how long it's going to take for them to realize. Yep, looks like we're channeling some recalls, and Amumu's going to walk towards mid. Bot lane's going to head down towards their bot lane. I see question mark pings, so they know. So Coachless Tyranny knows that they were sitting down there, either there or Tribush. Both junglers are opting to start top side. So they're going to be playing potentially for Xin Zhao could be playing potentially for a level 2, level 3 gank. Wow, Jinx is just going to get Braum Q to the face, almost gets stunned out there. And we'll see some more action down here at the bot lane. Bot lane, both teams are about equal in the amount of poke they've taken. Hestika's coming out, swinging, gets on the bad side of a trade really fast. Oh my god, you guys weren't kidding about this Urgot. Holy crap. The press the attack tech really doing some damage there. He didn't take Doran's shield, he lied in chat there. Looks like Jinx and Leo getting the push, getting level 2. Let's see, Malzahar's gonna use this little space, guys. Okay. Hestika had to pop his potion, looking a little bit more healthy, trying to get a little bit down on Raining Wolves, and probably just slow build that wave out and potentially look for some trades off of that. Really got to try to dodge those early Braum Qs. Okay. Yeah, Hestika's able to even out these trades with Urgot. Urgot still has his potion. Meanwhile, Braum putting in a lot of work with these Qs onto Leo and onto Jinx. Looking like a nice volatile bot lane right now. Both junglers are making their way down bot. Amumu's on his last camp, but Xin Zhao's going to opt to skip his Gromp, and I think both junglers are going to be down here. We have Leo running really low, but Mumu's going to take the Q binding onto... and Mumu's just going to go down. First Blood going over to Xin Zhao, Rocky's Xin Zhao there. Just a little too far out, I think, and his team wasn't really, his Leo and Jinx weren't really there to back him up there. Poor crying mummy. Meanwhile, Jinx and Leo are trying to clear this wave, which is going to bring the minions back down to neutral, and Red Side is opting to take a back, oddly enough. Although they just canceled their backs there. I'm talking about the bot lane. Just like everything draft lag, I think Coachless Tyranny once all the time. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, yep. These Braum Qs, man. We see Xin Zhao back down bottom for his Gromp now. I don't know if that... I think that kind of like messes up your tempo a little bit. But he's looking for another gank bot, I think. And I don't think Jinx really sees him. Meanwhile, Mumu getting off on the Malzahar. Malzahar getting really low, and we're back down to the bot lane. I don't know what happened with the gank attempt down there. It looked like maybe they just backed off, and Xin Zhao is opting to head back to his Raptors, which Mumu is actually heading towards right now. I'm kind of eyeing up the mini map there. It looks like Xin Zhao knows that Amumu is there. And is walking instead towards Dragon. So far, the Urgot is running this in the CS department here. Just got his level 6. Set decides to go in. Amumu's here. Yuji on the Mumu. He has to flash. Is he going to be... Oh, he misses his Q. And is going to be able to escape with his life with no health left. Downfall's trying to run down Jinx here. Doesn't have enough DPS on the single target. However, does bring Jinx really low. A lot of really close calls on both sides of the fence right now. Jinx and Urgot. Giving Set a little breathing room to push his wave out and get a nice back and even up the CS a little bit. Urgot has to walk back. I don't know when he uses TP. Okay. Jinx, you're Mr. Cannon. Okay. Leo got the cannon for Jinx. Jinx super low. You guys got to push this wave out or just take the back. The fucking move says Moby. Yeah, that was some moves. For sure. If only Mumu had hit that Q. I think Set might be dead here. No. Okay. Urgot's just going to back off. I forgot about Set's crazy shield. So he's all good there. Bot side's moving upriver, looking for some vision. Jinx is going to take suboptimal back here. Jinx and Leo taking suboptimal back. Good opportunity for Downfall and Romeo to get a plate, get the push, get a plate. They don't know that they left. I'm seeing some pings, camp name, spawn timer. The junglers are pinging their camps for some reason. Urgot has such a fat ass. Yeah, Urgot's model is definitely huge. Interesting. Misfortune and Braum are moving towards mid here. They decided to not go for plates down bot. Really early rotate mid. I'm not sure why they're deciding that. Potentially they want to secure these grubs. Is that the new tech? Bring your bot lane mid at 8 minutes. Yuji and Leona here have the upper hand on Rocky. We have Romeo walking in to dissuade them with the bullet time coming through. Enough to take out Yuji. Urgot walks down. A 1-for-1 trade on the junglers here. And we have Leo and Lux mid with Misfortune and Braum. Jinx, Malzahar solo lane, I guess. Soren whiffing with the Lux Q could have been potentially really good play. And this is just a really brawly top lane right now. Both sides really, you can just feel the tension, you know. Oh, Braum Q to the face, Leo. Leo, you aren't allowed to leave there. They have you on vision. Okay. Oh, Soren is missing all of his Lux Qs. Just needs to hit one, and he probably kills Misfortune. Okay, Set putting on some damage. Urgot's just going to jump away. I think I hear Super Feast coming back potentially. Welcome back. So far, we've seen a pretty back and forth battle. They were fighting over these grubs, and Amumu and Xin Zhao were taken out, but they decided to come back for more. The suppression coming down to take out Soren Noel, and that's two more kills over to Coachless Tyranny. Really early into this game, getting about 2K gold lead, and Jinx is able to pick up a plating off of that because Malzahar had to make his way up to that grub fight. Not a great trade, but at least it's a little bit of gold under one of your carries. Mm. The Void Might. Yep. No Void Mights this game. It's interesting to see how the new Void can't hear Super again.
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Damn, Velos, aren't you playing the game, man? Wait, is he playing the game? Oh, no, that's Yuji. I don't know why I got you all confused. My bad, my bad. All right. Ooh, nice binding by Lux here into the alt. Not enough to kill Misfortune yet, but probably very soon that'll be like a one-shot. And White Lotus, despite being down, is able to get a dragon under their belt. 1-to-1 dragon here. Misfortune caught out. Curse of the Sad Mummy into Leona, Sunlight, Zenith Blade. Potentially looking for a dive onto this Braum.
I
The
think they can
rocket.
get it.
Yeah, I think Soren. Yep, just an auto attack. You don't need to even hit your Q that time.
Alright. Yeah, my apologies, Velos, for not being able to hear me. I'm typically not talking.
Can you guys hear him now? Can you hear
Yeah,
Super now,
yeah,
or am I still talking to myself?
No, they can now.
Okay.
I had it muted
Sweet.
in OBS.
All good, all good. Alrighty. Still about 1,000 gold lead over to Coachless Tyranny, but very still close game. You know, the Urgot, it's probably mostly on the Urgot with the 20 CS lead. And then a little bit of a CS lead for Misfortune.
Black Cleaver. There it is.
What is Misfortune's buying Bloodthirster first? Okay. Not trying my crazy build. I see.
They're doing the reverse.
Oh, okay. Huge engage.
And then
Leo
she gets the
ultimate
reset.
into the reset. Yep.
Oh.
The rocket.
The slow might. Oh, good ult.
Yep. Jinx rocket secures that kill. I love Jinx, man. It's my favorite champion in the game.
Yeah, she's so like.
She's easy.
Yeah, and like, exciting. I like
Yeah.
literally her
Yep.
passive, but also like, I don't know, just playing and watching is just like, you see that reset happen. It's just always like, oh, yo.
Okay, let's see. Yuji really on point now with his Qs, and that is a dead Urgot. Gold over to the Mumu would have potentially been better on the set, and they're looking for more. Rocky doesn't have the his whatever his wind ultimate, which deflects stuff. Wow, Coach's Tyranny just on a tear right now. Malzahar comes down to the Curse of the Sad Mummy. All these bandage tosses are hitting. Might be going a little far, but no. And the Mumu is able to tank all those shots. Meanwhile, Jinx is getting excited bot lane, taking out the turret. Huge gold swing, about 4,000 gold swing over to White Lotus in the course of about a minute, 2 minutes there.
Here, I'll pull up the gold. You can see
Massive gold swing. About even top lane, but you have 1,000 extra gold on a Mumu. Lux is down about 400 from Malzahar. Jinx is about 1,000 gold ahead, and then Leona's about 600 gold ahead of Braum. So,
majority
the majority is on your tanky, is on your tanky champs, but still, Jinx being up 1,000 gold is massive. Gonna be able to get that second item potentially a lot quicker than Misfortune.
Yeah, the majority
Now,
of
we
Lotus has
haven't-
a bounty as well.
And they just can't do any damage now without a proper engage. And Set's looking like he's in a much better position. against
Yeah,
this Urgot.
I mean, once you get that Stride Breaker on set, things really get kind of crazy.
Okay, this is the engage they're looking on. Braum ult ends up hitting Leona. Yuji is in, doesn't have his Curse's Sad Money yet, but Jinx is here. She's going to get excited, and potentially we're looking at a lot of cleanup. That's 2 for Jinx now. Meng Hao is going to be out, heading out, escaping over the Blast Cone, but that's going to give them the Rift Herald for free because the bot lane of Coachless Tyranny was wiped out in that massacre. Wow.
Yeah. And that reminds
That
me
was-
of the changes that they've made to the Rift Herald as well. Being that it hits harder, but it does not debuff you.
Mm.
It used to debuff you; you'd only do like half damage to it. So now
But
you
now
can
it does
do
more.
So you can kill it faster, but it's if you're not healthy, it's a risk.
I thought they lowered the AD as well from 300 to 100%.
Oh,
So
maybe
he
I
does
don't know.
less damage too.
I thought
Also,
I thought it did more. I don't know.
maybe I have that backwards, but the Rift Herald also does more damage on his first charge and less damage on any subsequent charges.
Oh, so it's more important to dodge that first one. Oh, and Mumu with the steal.
Oh my god, what an amazing steal. Leona with her ultimate down, and we saw Curse's Sad Mummy come out right before the end. They're looking for something here, but there's a lot more red on my screen right now, and they are able to get the bullet time off, but Leona's just going to suck up all that damage. And the Jinx ultimate flies out and isn't able to secure anything on the tail end of that fight. Overall, really would have been a really strong win for Coach's Tyranny, but the dragon was stolen away. Thankfully, they're all able to get out with their lives, but gonna have to reset, and that gives an opportunity for White Lotus to potentially get this tier 1 mid, and maybe a misfortune.
Yep, and the bounty on Jinx grows.
Yeah, a 5-0 Jinx, 450 gold extra would be huge on one of your carries, maybe Urgot or Malzahar.
Yeah.
Still a huge CS lead for the Urgot, but with those 2 kills, they're probably about even in gold right now. We'll just have to see. All in all, even though the scoreboard looks like a ton of kills over to White Lotus in comparison, we're really only sitting at 1,000 gold difference of a game right now. And there is 1 extra grub over to Coachless Tyranny, but 1 extra dragon for White Lotus. And we don't have any objectives up for a little while here.
Lux and Misfortune purchasing their far sights.
Interesting. Does
And-
Lux mid usually get Farsight?
I mean, I feel like against like a Braum and like a Zinzao, it is useful.
Ooh. These guys are like flipping each other over each other's backs.
Yeah.
This is too funny.
Ooh. Now, Misfortune is building IE, or is
Yeah,
that?
looks that way.
Yeah, I don't know what else that would be. I'm sure there's probably something else that she could have.
I don't think anything else builds out of those specific components.
Yeah. So she's getting that. That's gonna make her her bullet time maybe a bit scarier.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. IE is just such a massive power spike. For any AD, it's just very expensive.
Yep. She has 2 of the components at this point.
Yep.
pro-
So
it's-
she probably needs 2,100 gold in pocket.
Yeah, it's
something
possible that
like that.
Jinx is working towards
She's-
it too. She just has the pickaxe instead of the cape.
Right. And they They
Oh.
Misfortune has. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Raining Wolves getting perma stunned with 4 people attacking them.
Oh, a little late there to go in, and Xin Zhao just followed Urgot to his death for some reason.
Ride
Not
or
sure what
die.
that was about.
I can respect
Yeah.
it.
Looks like White Lotus is picking up the new spiritual Otacon. They're taking a lot of damage though. But that doesn't matter. I wonder how much stronger the new Otacon is compared to the old one, because you get all of the current blossoms. And then also, I don't know how it reads because it says 25% more XP and adaptive force. But what does that mean? Like in total for each block? I don't understand
Yeah,
the calculations there.
I think it pulls, from what I remember, it like pulls all of the flowers that were like around the map and then buffs them.
Okay.
So if you
Oh
would have had,
no.
oh wow,
Ooh, Urgot is just munching now. Massive shutdown.
yeah, 336. Oh,
This might be what Coachless needs to kind of even the scales, because White Lotus is looking really like they want to run away with it. However, it is a Jinx, and I think I'd rather have a fed Urgot than a fed Jinx sometimes.
yeah,
Okay, Crimson. All your current flowers get converted to that extra 25% more, plus the existing flowers on the map. So, okay. And then Super is right, plus it leaves a dot and AoE slow burn on.
right.
Huge,
It starts
massive,
doing a dot. Yeah, that was
massive
good.
kill onto Mumu there. Perfect setup, what you need. Would have been great to see that on the Jinx, but that is a free dragon.
Yeah, Mumu dying right
Most
before
likely,
Dragon.
the only hope they really have is potential Jinx ult steal, but I don't know if it's worth it. It's their second dragon. And White Lotus knows to back off the mid as all the members are coming back from the dragon. All the members of Coach's Tyranny. We have 2 minutes before Baron comes up,
Okay.
and it looks like Urgot and Set are going to go back to their little island talk
Yeah.
for the showdown. Leo coming in, whiffing ult. However, this Jinx is doing a lot of damage, but okay, she's able to out DPS the Misfortune and is able to escape by getting excited, has the movement speed, and just able to walk away. Misfortune kind of just stood there and took the gunshots to the face. And we see White Lotus now marching triumphantly down mid lane into the red side jungle of Xin Zhao, who is being zenith bladed onto. Might be a little too much for Leona here. Leona's gonna get stunned out. Malzahar ult coming down onto Leona. A lot expended. Urgot is gonna be able to suck her up into his whatever claw. And then Hestika's gonna also run it down into the middle of all the members of Coach's Tyranny. Yeah, I love to see like players trying to come to the rescue, and then they're just like, "Oh shit, the fight's already over. Oh no, I'm dead." All right. Well, Amumu's back, getting some of his camp done. Xin Zhao is a level up on the Amumu. Amumu's been fighting a lot of these fights. I think Xin Zhao's kind of just been more on his farm game. We're having a little bit of a lull here while both teams are pushing waves out and doing jungle stuff, starting to work their way to get set up for the upcoming Baron. We'll see who tries to make the first move here.
As of right now, Coachless has a lot more vision around that Baron.
Yeah, they do, but I think Leo's just gonna go in there and
clear it all up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're just doing this back and forth, pushing out. Hestica and Raining Wolves love to fight. This has been a really epic back and forth here. We have Lux coming in, isn't able to hit the binding, isn't able to hit the ult. Set's going to go down. I think Lux is dead here. We have a fight on the other side. Bullet time going off. We have Xin Zhao going in onto who was that? That was Leo and Amumu. And Coach's Tyranny comes out on top. Nearly an ace. Is able to get started on Baron. All that is left is Jinx by herself. This is why it doesn't
Chasing her
matter
down
if you
now.
get... oh, Jinx is just dead here. I mean, guys, this is... come on.
Tell me, ADC is like not. It's just nothing, dude. You're 7-0 Jinx and your whole team dies around you. Come on. It's this role. I mean, come on, guys. ADC buffs. What a play by Raining. Yeah,
Yep. And you
it is a
called
horrible roll.
You called it. He went Jack Show.
Jack Show.
Oh, and he has the Bramble now too.
Yeah, I mean,
He's becoming quite the threat.
I still think you got to get you have to have a really good front line to enable this Jinx, and you don't want to be taking split fights like that because you don't have any of your DPS when your main carry is waiting to pump out the damage. So by Lux getting caught out like that and Set getting caught out, really kind of just doomed them on that fight there. But it's not over. The gold isn't very far off, and we're kind of moving as a unit here towards tier 2. While Coach's Tyranny is posturing this dragon, but they're gonna get the bullet time off onto the Amumu here. Is he gonna be able to? Okay, he's able to pump out some damage. Lux Ray goes through. Set is on the tail end of this fight, able to get onto Downfall, but he's almost by himself here. Jinx is out of the fight. Lux is out of the fight. Set is going to go down here by Urgot, and we're left again with Jinx and Lux this time against this massive Urgot. This might actually have been the tide changer here, is this Urgot. So, maybe it should have been a ban, guys. Anyway, he's looking really, really scary right now. Tier 2 with the Baron minions. The buffs should be running out right about now. Jinx is halfway completed with her LDR / probably moral reminder. I'd probably just take LDR here to try to eat through some of that beef that is Urgot.
Yeah, they don't have enough healing for.
Yeah,
for
it doesn't
Morrowind to
justify.
really matter.
Alrighty. And we need our ultimates. Yeah, we do have Curse of the Sad Mummy back here. We have Leo's
All but Settle is
ultimate.
gonna be up for this fight. If they
Yep.
do fight. I don't know if they're posturing for it. Oh, here comes
It
the
is
Jinx
Mountain
rocket.
Soul. Oh, to get vision. They don't have any vision
They're
on
smart.
it for White Lotus. Lux ult almost coming through to be able to save the day, but just not able to. Looks like they're kind of just going to be circling back. They knew that they were coming off the dragon there. And Set is going to take it back. He knows he's kind of overextending his welcome. Oh my. And this Mountain Soul, I mean, we really don't want... If we're on White Lotus, we don't want Urgot with this shield, especially. 4-item
Definitely
Urgot
not.
with a 700 gold bounty. Malzahar with a 650 gold bounty. There's some gold to be had with one really good fight. I would say, maybe they can get a fight where the Urgot's not there. I don't know. I think they just need a nice front to back fight where they can easily move out of the way from bullet time.
Yeah.
The Misfortune doesn't have her third item yet. Interesting. And has Berserker Greaves. Usually when I run MF, I just sit on tier 1 boots.
Right.
But I usually play her lethality anyway, so.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. Now that
Alright, Hess.
now that Urgot has shown bottom, like this is
This is the time to fight, maybe. Look for something, but there's nothing really to fight over yet except Baron in about a minute, but Heska needs to stay alive down here. Big time. That's pretty much how the last game ended, where Renekton got killed solo bottom, and that gave the heads up. Okay, we have some kind of engage onto the Braum, but that's not really who you want to engage onto. Okay, Rocky's looking for something. Lux ult, missing everything, unfortunately. Is able to land binding onto
she'll have it back in 3
Xin
seconds.
Zhao. Oh, Urgot is able to flip him over, get the engage onto. This is it, folks. I think this is going to be the result of the game. Able to pick up the Lux and the Leo. Really massive Curse's Sad Mummy. Able to dry them off potentially. But it's just Braum left with no HP. Meanwhile, Set is knocking onto the tier 2, tier 3 door. Able to pick up a lot of gold there at the expense of some of the members of White Lotus, while Coachless Tyranny is making moves on Baron here. Heska not able to get the tier 3 overextended. Overstayed his welcome here. Gets the gold for the tier 3. However, I don't know if it was worth it or not.
Yeah, their decisions are getting a little rash here.
Risky play, but they are able to threaten enough to pull them off the Baron until Urgot's there to back them up. It would be a 5v4. Braum's around the corner. I think you just push mid here. You give Baron. They're making the call to push mid. They know they cannot fight this Baron. Looks like Lux potentially is gonna look for a steal potentially. They do have Smite. Red turret's destroyed. Lux Ray. Jinx ult, not
Very
enough to
close.
take out the Baron. However, now Jinx is going to get Braum queued. Has a movement there. Braum ult coming through. Suppression coming through. Yuji is potentially able to pick up Braum. Is not. Minghao is low. Hits Golden. Sora Noel is getting caught out by Xin Zhao. Is going to go down. We have Leo running for her life here. I don't know if Leo's going to either get out either. And Amumu has to come back. Set's coming back to defend. We have Baron buff. Can they survive? They're making the call to not finish the game. They're gonna look for this dragon. The Dragon Soul, a safe play. Meanwhile, we still have 2. We're gonna send everybody else to siege. Oh, they're having an ad break right now. Unfortunate ad blocker, guys. Anyway, Yuji is able to clear some of those minions, but they're still getting the cannon. We have another wave coming through. Our Jinx is up. Our Leo is up. The base is going down.
I'm rewinding.
We're getting Mountain Soul.
I'm gonna rewind.
Okay, you're gonna rewind. All right, we're going back. Okay. Ooh.
Just everything you just said. Say it again.
I can't. It was in the moment. All right. All right. So they're making the play here. They have Baron. They just got the Baron buff. Jinx, Leo down. We're thinking we're going to go Dragon. Dragon's up 15 seconds. Xin Zhao's going by himself. We're sending everybody else mid. Epic defense time. And Yuji and Hestica are going to try to defend here. Yuji's going to get pulled over his shoulder by Raining Wolves, and we have the cannon minion just going at this tower right here. Once this Mountain Soul comes through, I don't know if there's anything they're going to be able to do. And we have Jinx up now. She does have a lot of wave clear, but we have Baron minions here, guys. And Coachless Tyranny doesn't have a wave. So they're going to walk. They might potentially look for some kind of bush cheese. But I'm not sure. They got the Mountain Drake, so shields up. Red alert. Guys, what is happening here? We need to push these push bot. Push bot, get some towers. I mean, they could have won right there, I think, off that push, but they didn't have minions. They're just going back with their golds lined. But Heska's looking onto Malzahar all alone. Xin Zhao. Oh wow, that damage from Malzahar is crazy. Can't really get much done. So they're going to go back to defending mid here. Set's going to push out bot and see what he can do. We have 4 minutes to Baron, 5 for Elder Dragon. White Lotus needs to find a way to defend and not let any of their inhibitors go down. They really need to find a way to defend and potentially get this Elder Dragon, or else I think this game would be over without the next Baron or the Dragon. We have a 7k gold lead for Coachless Tyranny. It's going to be really, really hard. Any one mistake and this is over. However, the Baron buff on the side of Coachless Tyranny really didn't amount for much. I mean, they knocked on the tier 1 mid, but they were able to also get the dragon off of that. Now, Malzahar is going to get tier 1 bottom. They still have buff here, and I think Set could be caught out here. Flash alt Braum potentially here. Set dive. He's gonna W them. W. Oh, he just was stunned for too long. Set stun, and all of our members are top for some reason of White Lotus Azalea. I think that's tier 3 bottom into inhibitor. Yeah. Best case here.
They're losing 2 inhibitors here, or they already lost 1. Here's the second. Yeah.
We don't have Baron buff anymore. Baron buff is gone, but we have Baron coming up in 2 minutes now. But we also are able to get the tier 3. We're able to get the inhibitors bot, and we have 4 members in the base. But Urgot's pushing out top, so this might be an opportunity here. Yuji goes in. I think we're gonna look for Curse of the Sad Mummy here. We're trying to get onto Misfortune, but we're gonna go for Xin Zhao instead. And Jinx is able to get a shutdown. Reset's coming through. Urgot is here. We still have Curse of the Sad Mummy. We need to get this ultimate out, guys. He wasn't able to get his ultimate out. We're on the run now. Leona, Jinx, Zap. We need to go back and heal up. Meanwhile, we have 2 inhibitors, but there's no minion wave. So
looks like
Coach's Tyranny is opting to Coach's Tyranny opting to reset here, spend their gold. They're making even more gold here. About almost 8-9k difference here. We're able to pick up the jungler, but is that enough? He'll be back in time for the Baron, and you have Baron in a minute. You have Elder Dragon in 2.5 minutes. Whew, this is crazy. Set again pushing out bot wave. He's not going to be able to get the inhibitor, but he is able to alleviate some of that pressure from the super minions, and they're able to get a lot of gold off these super minions as well. So we'll see. This next fight is going to be absolutely crucial over Baron, because if Coachless Tyranny gets Baron or Elder Dragon, this game is most certainly 100% over.
Raining does in fact have blood mail, yes.
That item is crazy. The amount of AD for Overlord's Bloodmail, and as they should, Coachless Tyranny is sieging top tower now. However, they got a really good engage here. The Curse of the Sad Mummy, do we have it? We already used it. Is Urgot gonna be able to go down here? Jinx, we need resets. Bullet time on the Jinx. Jinx is able to get her reset. Oh my god, she's able to get the Misfortune. This is an 8k gold swing. Oh, and Yuji goes down to the Amumu. But the Jinx is super low. Hesika's looking for something on the Rocky. We have Braum here, and Hesika is getting taken down, but he's in the back line, and Jinx shuts down Malzahar. Jinx gets another shutdown, and it's just Braum by himself. We have Baron up. This is it, folks. We need this Baron. We push and we win this game. And that's an ace.
Team fight.
This is Jinx, guys. Jinx champion. They're just going to go for the end. They're not even going to go for Baron. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys. They can't even. They don't have enough time to end. But what a massive play. I think they go, okay, they're gonna look to get this inhibitor, and then they're gonna go off the inhibitor, and they're gonna get Baron before Urgot comes up. Before they have 20 seconds here. I think they just no, they don't go for it. They don't go for it. All right, go for Baron. Go for Baron. Wow, what a massive! I mean, look, that's 4K. They're only 4K gold behind now, and everybody's looking towards their last items anyway. Xin Zhao is up right now. However, they should be able to melt this Baron. We have Amumu here. Guys, we need to melt this Baron quick, as fast as possible. They're going to make their way. Yep, they're making their way over to Elder now. Elder has spawned, and they have started Elder. This Elder is not going to last long. You guys got to go right to Elder. If they get Elder, this is... I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, Coachless Tyranny is going to be able to... Oh, that would have been such a massive steal. It is Baron versus Elder. Elder is much stronger than Baron, especially when you have an exposed base here. And they have Dragon Soul too. I don't know.
Set has no
I don't know,
flash.
guys.
Set
No flash.
Set flashed over the wall to get away from Urgot just there at Baron.
Okay, Hesika's getting engaged on here.
Yep, no
Hesika
flash.
is stunned up from the Braum. Braum Q coming through. Misfortune.
Yep.
Braum ult. That is Hesika there. Yuji getting caught. Misses the Braum Q. It's a 4v5. Baron versus Elder buff happening. Mid inhibitor goes down. Coach's Tyranny looking like they're not able. They're trying to clear out the Baron minions. They need to try to end this game either way. But there's no minions to help them take the base. They have to siege other lanes. So they're going to head to bottom here. They're looking for the bottom inhibitor. It's a 4v5, guys. Elder, there needs to be a solid engage. But White Lotus is playing this really well. They're not being baited into this fight quite yet. They're staying calm. They're collecting these waves. Bullet time coming through. Is it good enough to take anybody out? It's not enough. Oh, it's suppression coming through. Getting the Leona. This is it, folks. Okay, Yuji's coming in. Curses that. No, not even curses that money. Yuji's dead. Sora Noel is dead. It's over, guys. Coach's Tyranny is taking this game, going into the first seed. What a massive game. Really good job. And wow. White Lotus, got to hand it to you for staying to the game, really make it interesting. But you can't give Elder, guys. You have to even walk off the Baron. I mean, it was great, but once they got Elder, that was just it. Wow, what a banger of a game.
That was
excellent playing. Yeah, really fun. Glad I could be here, able to cast for you guys. And I think we're gonna see some really excited games for the. I think we're in semifinals, playoffs. Yeah, really exciting. Look at the Jinx damage. Jinx, unfortunately you play the shittiest role in the game. I mean, you can't. It's hard to carry like that. Urgot, just massive 20,000 gold.
The reigning Wolves Urgot.
Yeah.
And
I mean, great gameplay out of everybody, though. Everybody played really well.
It was such a good game.
There were a few times where people ran into the fight when it was already over. Not that much, but if they could clean some of that stuff up, I think that would bring them to the next level. And yeah, Set. Never heard of her. Oh man, can we look at the? Can you hit the gold and see how much damage? I bet Urgot took like so much damage here.
Oh wait, no, it's this one.
Yes. Oh wow, look how much damage Zinzal was able to
Jin
absorb
Zhao
that
actually
game.
took the most. Huh.
Yep. Wow.
Thank you, Moby and Rocky Pichu for the Twitch subs. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, folks. Well, I think that's it. But that was an awesome game. And when do we have? Do you know when we're streaming next? Super.
I do not know what the plan is for the future games. I don't know if that's been scheduled yet.
Okay. But
But
I'm sure
that
most, if
information
not
will
all.
100% be on the Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see some more of these teams go at it in this, the upper echelon of players here, um, giving us some really exciting games. So thanks everyone for sticking with us and tuning in for this doubleheader. And I hope everyone has a really good night and enjoys the rest of their evening.
Ditto. thank you for being here. Both you, sorry, and the people watching. And I think we're gonna end it for tonight. So, y'all.
See you later.